Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back. So it's day 2 of intercooling this thing, and we're right where I left off last night. So let me show you what we got. Okay, so we got the whole front end taken apart. The grill, headlights, header panel, this that bottom trim that's between the bumper and the grill, it's all taken off. And unfortunately, that's about all I got done last night. I got started kind of late. But anyways, I was gonna try and remove the AC condenser, but I completely forgot that before you remove it, you gotta evacuate the AC system, and I didn't do that. And frankly, I didn't feel like putting everything back together and taking it to the shop and getting that done. So like I said last night, I'm gonna go ahead and try to install the piping as is. Now, I've never done this, but I have heard that when you're using Super Duty pipes for the intercooler, you gotta extend the pipes about 3 inches because they don't reach all the way out to the intercooler. Like I said, I don't know yet, but I'm gonna try. Just in case I do have this piece of 3-inch pipe that should work just fine with these pipes. I already checked it. But anyways, I'm gonna start off today by removing the stock manifold, spider, intake, whatever you want to call that piece. Removing it, installing the E99 spider, and trying to run the pipes through this whole mess of hoses and stuff, and making sure that fits properly. Now, if you didn't catch yesterday's video, what this is here is an E99 intercooler setup, which means that it uses the intercooler's pipes and spider from an early 99 F250, F350, 7.3 Power Stroke. And like I said yesterday, this is the most important part to the whole swap, because this is the only spider that's gonna work with your truck because of the turbo setup and the plenum setup that the E99 truck has that allows it to work with our trucks. Now, I did say yesterday, pipes, any 7.3 Power Stroke Super Duty fits. Intercooler, any 7.3 or 6.0 works. If you can find the 7.3 intercooler with the aluminum end tanks, much better. If you can find a 6.0 intercooler as well, much better. I think this is just a basic plastic end intercooler from the truck that I got all this stuff from. And I think I paid about, was it $150 for all this stuff, which is a bargain, and I'm willing to make this work compared to spending over $1,000 on a Banks turbo kit. So like I said, this is a great kit if you can find it. I've seen a few on eBay. I found my stuff, like I do 90% of my parts, on Craigslist. I love that site. So, you know, keep an eye out on Craigslist, eBay, your local wrecking yards. You can sometimes get lucky there and find it. If not, buy a Banks. Spend, you know, $1,200-$1,300 on it, but you're gonna have a great looking system, really clean. I'm trying to do this as best as I can on a budget. I kind of want to show you guys the best and easiest way to do all these things. So hopefully you're liking the videos. Anyways, we're gonna get started, like I said, with the top end of this thing, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we just ran into our first little problem. Let me show you. So this is the E99 spider. And as you can see, we have a few holes right here. And I was hoping that this big center one would fit our boost sensor, but it completely doesn't. It's way too small. So I'm gonna have to fix that. And I already have a solution, I think. So anyways, I've got these other two little holes that were probably for like the map sensor or whatever, the boost pressure that came with the truck, and I can't use them. So what I'm gonna end up doing is just drilling, tapping them out. I couldn't get this little one out. It completely broke out, so I'm gonna have to drill this one out and tap both of them, and then find an adapter that can go from this to that. And I'm just gonna run to my local store right here and see if I can find all that stuff. All right, so we got this whole setup done. This is what I ended up doing. So I went with the I think it was a 3/8 by 1/8 bushing adapter, whatever. And then I tapped these two other holes and put a bolt in them and make sure everything was all nice and sealed up. That way it won't leak. If it does end up leaking though in the future, I think I'm gonna take these off and take the whole thing off and take it to a buddy that can weld aluminum, because my welder's not set up right now to do that. It can do it, but it's just not set up to it. So I'm gonna end up doing that, but I hope this works. I hope I don't have to end up doing that. So now that this whole thing's fixed, we're gonna take it, make sure it's all nice and clean, and then throw it in the truck, throw the pipes on, and then figure out where we're gonna make the holes. So you can't see a lot, but anyways, I was trying to fit the pipes, and they're not fitting the way that I want them to fit. Like, I've got this pipe on the passenger side already in, and so it goes about right there, right? That looks pretty good, you know, more or less. But when you come over here, can't see anything, but basically it's pointing to like right here, like right in this area, and I want it right about here. That's about where the intercooler is gonna go on either side. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is just mounting the intercooler where I want it to be at first, and then modify the pipes however I need to, you know, whatever I gotta do to make them fit. Because I just really don't think that this is gonna work as easily as people make it seem it is. So I've got my end grinder right here, die grinder, whatever you guys want to call it, and we're gonna take off. I already put the intercooler kind of like around where I think it should go, and I'm just gonna trim right there, probably some from right here too, and it shouldn't be that bad. I think it'll work. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll go from there. We have officially lost all of the lights, but anyways, let me show you where I'm at right now. Not a lot of progress, but I want to show you something. Hopefully you'll be able to see. So I've already trimmed this whole section right there. So this kind of came down like this, so about an inch, and then, you know, all of that. But anyways, this is the next thing you got to trim, which is kind of like your radiator support. And there's a little screw right here that you got to take out, one of those little spring nut clips, whatever. You got to take that off, and then I'm gonna cut all the way around right here. That way the intercooler will be able to sit all the way in. And boy, so yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna cut around right here, make the opening a little bigger. The radiator is still in there pretty solid, so I'm pretty sure I won't need that, but just in case, I'll make the hole a little bit higher up here and install the bolt right there. Okay guys, we are done. Check this out. Just kidding. But we did get some progress done. We figured out where we're gonna mount it on top, and then let me just move this out of the way. So now with that out of the way, we figured out a few things. Like I said, I figured out where we're gonna mount it on top, but that wasn't enough. When we actually put it up and bolted it, this support right here wasn't letting it kind of sit back a little bit more. So what was happening is that I threw the intercooler on, and I threw the core support on just to make sure that everything would fit before I, you know, kept moving on. And that's when I found out that it wasn't gonna work, because the intercooler wasn't letting the core support sit all the way back like it should. So it wasn't coming up to those brackets and wasn't bolting up properly. It was getting pushed out way too much. And thankfully at the same time, I was reading some of the comments that you guys left on the previous video, which by the way, thank you so much on that. I really appreciate you guys helping me out. And that's one of the reasons why I make this why I have this channel and make these videos, is because I want to help you guys out with what I know. But I know that there's so many of you guys out there that know a lot more than I do, and that have already done things like this, and they have a lot of tips, and I really appreciate that. And if you notice on my other videos, I go through all my comments. I like them, and I always comment back. So I really appreciate you guys giving me feedback, telling me that you like the videos, telling me that you don't like them, which thankfully there's not a lot of you guys that don't like the video. So thank you. But anyways, one of you guys left me a comment saying that I had to push back, well, kind of flying out these brackets. I don't know if you can see these brackets for the condenser, for the AC condenser. Yeah, anyways, flying them out so that the condenser will sit back a little bit further. Now what that's going to allow me to do, or what that allowed me to do, was flying out this little support right here for the hood latch. And that way, all of this stuff was sitting forward, probably like about an inch or so more than it is right now. So by flattening it out, there was a band right here and one right there. So I flattened those out, and I did that on my vice grip right here. Just put it in the jaws, tighten it up until I straighten it out. So that one right there, neither one of those is completely flat, but this one's pretty much flat, and that one too. So as you can see now, this whole thing sits further back, and so with that being back and this being back, it allows the intercooler to sit back a lot further. So now with all that done, that's gonna allow the front of the truck, you know, the core support, the grill, everything to sit where it should sit, and the intercooler to also be where it needs to be. Now, a few of the things that I did, I ended up having to make these holes even bigger. This side's good. This side's gonna work. This other side though, I gotta cut out a little bit more out of here because the pipe is coming out right at it. Other than that, all of this is gonna be good. This is good. The only other thing that I gotta figure out is how I'm gonna mount the supports for these two bottom tabs for the intercooler, which I don't think it's gonna be that hard. I think I can get that done with some angle and probably go and get me some probably like 1-inch tube or something like that, square tube, to mount that up, and you know, get working on the pipes. Now I'm thinking I might actually kind of modify the pipes a lot, because I was throwing them in there and kind of fitting them earlier, and I don't like all that much the way that they're gonna work. So I might actually end up doing kind of still using mostly them, but modifying them a lot to kind of work the way that I want them to work. Still not sure on that though. I'll see tomorrow, because it's already like 9 and it's late, and I've been making all kinds of noise, and I'm sure my neighbors aren't liking it. I absolutely hate living in an HOA, but it is what it is. So anyways, I'm gonna put this away. That's probably gonna be it for tonight for this video. I really hate having to make, you know, multi-part videos, especially with a single install like this. But this video is already getting way too long. It's gonna take forever to edit, forever to upload, because my internet is so slow. So yeah, again, like I said, I'm sorry that I have to make this a multi-part video. And if you guys really don't like it at all, let me know, please. Actually, let me know, and I'll do my best in the future to make, you know, longer, single videos, I guess, of installs. But anyways, thank you a lot for the support on all the previous videos. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Hit the like button, it really helps the channel. And don't forget to leave comments, any other tips that you guys have for me. And again, thanks for everybody that left me tips on the previous video. I saw them all and I really appreciate them. And that's it, man. See you tomorrow.